Yeah, welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissect. The plan is the same. It's a weekend. We have to dissect football for you guys. Well, the plan remains the same, talking about football, talking about the Premier League, talking about the German Bundesliga. Later in the day, later in the episode, we'll be giving you guys odds. This time the odds are going to be direct. They're going to be direct matchups that will probably give you guys some money. For those of you that are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please don't forget to inform your friends about the channel, inform your friends about the content that is moving, and let's dissect this whole football thing together. Straight up, as usual, we'd like to begin with the English Premier League, which is the main thing that we like to digest. In the English Premier League, Man United, the big starting, I think there's going to be quite a number of games, but we'll start with the title contenders, and then maybe the big four. You guys might not rate Man United among the big four, but it's still among the big four in England. So Man United is taking on Wolves. In regards to matchups in this game, Man United is actually on a run of form. Those are 4 straight wins for the Man United side. Well, there's not very many people talking about it because maybe people are waiting for Man United to be whooped by Man City and then they'll talk about Man United again. But from a player's point of view and a fan's point of view, those are interesting results. And then for Ten Hag, who has been under fire recently, those are good results. They versed a Marco Silva Fulham side that we expected to get back to winning ways the last time out, but they were beaten by Aston Villa. Well, the main thing that Marco Silva will be looking at is his striker, Rodrigo Muniz, actually scored the goal again against Aston Villa. That's making that 4 in, I think, 4 games. Well, they come to a theatre of dreams and they face Man United, just like I said, is on form. Rasmus Højlund, like I said, when the boy begins scoring goals, the goals will not run. His tank will not run out. And that's actually 7 in 6. He's actually joined the greats, the Man United greats in regards to scoring goals. Well, Man United has gotten a few injuries. Luke Shaw got an injury setback the other day and he's going to be out for a while. Defensively, of course, Wan-Bissaka is still out. Diego Dalot is still running a number 2. The midfield pivot of Casemiro, I think it's still something that is still cooking for Man United and still something they're doing. Fulham, on the other hand, they need to get back to the drawing board as soon as possible. Well, getting back an Iwobi that's back from the Africa Cup of Nations where they lost, and then getting back the team cohesion of the likes of the Raul Jimenez's, the Williams, getting them to tick again is going to be something that's very key for Marco Silva to upset Man United. Where does this game get determined from? I think Man United in this time will want this game more. They want to continue their burst in form, and then Fulham is also looking to get back into winning ways. So if it were up to me, I'm thinking if Man United can manage to continue to put their midfield in order and they're not being outrun in the midfield there, then it will be something for them it will be something good for them to pick in the 3 points. And then for Fulham, I've been watching Fulham games and I think they need to get Calvin Bassey inside that defense again because the partnership of Tim Ream and the partnership of Tim Ream in the center there, I think he's back in the defense and it's not really working. Bernard Leno on a good day is going to deny Man United very many goals. But in regards to who wants this game more, I think Man United takes this one away for me. Bournemouth takes on Man City. Man City failed to beat Chelsea the other week in a tie that we called as a must-win here. And then they came on to do in the midweek, and they came on in the midweek to win their fixture with an Erling Haaland goal inside there. They face a Bournemouth side that has an on-form Dominic Solanke, and all of you guys know for English players, when they hit form, they probably might do form for like a whole season and then they get back to normal. But Dominic Solanke has been hot. He's scored and assisted the last time out. And then for the Cherries, who have been on form, actually, they've been bringing very many impressive results. They've had a Man City side that is now chasing the title now. And now, to get back a Kevin De Bruyne that's now fit, many of you watched the documentary that showed that De Bruyne was actually playing with a hamstring some part of last season. Important results inside there where they beat Arsenal, they beat Bayern Munich, and then he had the hamstring that was still hurting. It shows that this is a player that actually has guts and character. And then, of course, the return of Erling Haaland is something that any team in the Premier League should not want to hear. So I think Man City as a team, of course, with the Rodri in the middle of the park there, I think they have not yet gotten who their other center partnering is in the midfield, because I saw the last time out they used an Oscar Bob in the middle there with the Julian Alvarez, and it didn't really tick the way they wanted. But of course, any Man City team can hurt you. And then Bournemouth is still a team that is relying on its defenders to score goals. You find they have a sensei that is scoring a goal at least every game week recently, goal or an assist. And then some of their players that are supposed to be on form are not performing. Well, of course, you never underlook the boy that they bought from Leeds, that's Sinistera. Well, of course, I think if you probably have a lot of service to him, then he will definitely bring in the goods. But if it were up to me, and I'm giving you guys a result, Man City takes this one away for me because they are now pushing the trophy. The big game of the day, that's the last game of the day on Saturday, will be Arsenal taking on Newcastle. Well, if I had to give you history of this game, Arsenal guys are coming back from Porto in a game that they rather expected to win. There's been a lot of banter about Arsenal, and they actually lost the game in the 90th minute. A beautiful goal scored by, I think, the Porto guy, I think it's called Galeno. And then there's David Raya has been on the spot this week because they're talking about his goalkeeping antics not being thorough. But I do not like to put him on the spot because, well, it's just a fun thing to put a player on the spot when he's made a mistake. But I think the instinct was that he likes to read the game from off the line. So him making a call like that wasn't something that we should look into. But away from that, this is a fixture where Arsenal will be looking to turn the tide. You know, the last time they played Newcastle, there was a lot of VAR controversy. Three VAR incidents in the space of 1 moment, and Newcastle took this tie away. And then, of course, when you're looking into form in the Premier League, Arsenal has been fired. The past 3 games, I think they've racked up a total of 9 goals inside there. Starboy Bukayo Saka is always a special mention for Arsenal. Captain Martin Odegaard with the captain's contribution the last time out. And then, of course, I'd like to talk about Badman Declan Rice. I think he must be the best CDM that the league has. And I think for an Arsenal side to be rock solid, of course, Thomas Partey is coming back on board. They need to get Jorginho back in the middle and then let Odegaard flow the football. What is in it for the Newcastle side? Of course, Newcastle is a team that gets injuries inside out, but they've been boosted by the return of Harvey Barnes. I think that's a number. I think he normally comes from the wing on the number 11. Well, of course, Alexander Isak is back as well, so would expect that the coach is going to maybe get some of his players to tick. And then they have a Miley that's playing in the midfield, a teenager that he's actually been having a run of games and is drawing into confidence. Never forget Bruno Guimaraes. I think he's one of the most stubborn central defensive midfielders in the Premier League, but I think he's a workaholic. He likes to get the job done. He likes to play with the ball and to put in all the tackles. But in this game, I think Arsenal wants to win this game more than Newcastle this time around. And of course, the team chemistry and everything that Arsenal has been racking up and the results are a very major boost. And of course, they'll be wanting to get back to winning ways. So I expect Arsenal to win this game for you guys. And then when we get away from the Premier League, we get into tomorrow. We'll also be having the EFL Cup final. That is Chelsea's taking on Liverpool. Well, this is a very interesting fixture. Very many of my guys from Chelsea, they also know that their team wins when they want. And now they play a Liverpool side that is being managed by Jurgen Klopp. And of course, Jurgen Klopp is in the evening hours of his Liverpool career. Of course, he'll definitely want to end the season on a high. But well, when I start from the Liverpool point of view, they've been getting very many injuries. Well, last week they lost Darwin Nunez, they lost Diogo Jota, they lost Alexander Arnold is out, of course, Alisson is out. So this is an injury-stricken Liverpool that's taking on a Chelsea that is fresh from playing beautiful. Well, I would not really call it beautiful, but they really made Man City ask for water the last time out. They made Man City seeking the result. Of course, Chelsea still has poor finishing. We have the likes of Nicolas Jackson and Raheem Sterling. Well, I think they're making football become like rocket science, and then I think they're not trying to use a lot of teamwork inside there. But now this is a final. A final is a game where anybody can take the game at the end of the day. So if it were up to me and I was giving you guys a result, this is a very tricky game. But I think Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool-inspired side that's under Jurgen Klopp will definitely be wanting to wrap up a trophy. And I expect someone like Luis Diaz. Well, you saw in the last time out they played, McAllister was actually unlocked. I'm hoping that McAllister might be able to connect in the dead balls again to see maybe how he connects with these central defenders. So, in regards for a result, for me, I think Liverpool takes this one away because I think Chelsea is not going to give you consistent football. Their midfielders are not ticking as they're supposed to be. I expected the pivot of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez to be doing wonders, but it's still very sketchy inside there. And then Pochettino is still under a lot of fire. So I don't really see them picking these results. I'll give this one to Liverpool. So just like I said, we like to get into the other fixtures. I'd like to talk about the top clashes in Germany, and then today we'll bring you guys Spain and a Serie A. Just to wrap this one up quickly, in the German Bundesliga, I like that league so much because I'm really inquisitive about what Xabi Alonso is going to do with his Leverkusen side. Well, definitely today we'll wait to see the results that will come through, but Leverkusen will definitely be picking in points. I don't even know who they are playing. These days I don't care about who they are playing, but they definitely need to pick in points. They're 8 points against Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich lost against Bochum last weekend. A shock result inside there. And then Bayern Munich, if things are not going well for Thomas Tuchel, this would be the worst time for him because they're versing a Leipzig side. Now Leipzig has, I think, the best talents in Europe. They have a Xavi Simons inside there. They have a Luis Openda inside there. They basically have a very good lineup or a very good squad of people inside there that are going to hurt a Bayern side that is still trying to organize cohesion and play. Well, I was looking into the media the other day, and Joshua Kimmich and the coach have been having a wrangle inside there. Everyone knows that Joshua Kimmich was the most sought out midfielder in Europe. And now for you guys to check in there and Joshua Kimmich is no longer playing football, that would be something that's worrying. Well, I wouldn't say that he's not making Bayern not to win, but when Bayern comes against a Leipzig side, I think Bayern is going to continue their deep in form. I think Leipzig takes this one away for me because Bayern Munich has actually failed to unlock Kane recently. Just like I said, Kane resonates on the football of Jamal Musiala and Leroy Sané. And now when the two are definitely off, then it's bad news. I saw the lineup the last week. Thomas Tuchel had the audacity to play Choupo-Moting as a number 10. Where in the world would someone play a striker as a number 10? For a striker like Choupo-Moting who is over 40, and then of course you know the African thing is hiding his age. So where would someone play a player like that in a number 10 position? So in a prediction for me, Bayern Leipzig, that's a Leipzig win for me. Stuttgart take on Cologne. Stuttgart continues to win games for me. Griase scored the lone goal last week. I expect him to get a goal inside there again. In Spain, Barcelona takes on Getafe. Everyone knows when a Getafe side is playing, you're definitely going to be looking for Mason Greenwood. He's been having a remarkable season in Spain. And then they play against the Barcelona side that has made it a habit to concede goals. So this is going to be a hotly contested game because also Barcelona, Robert Lewandowski is back on form. He's hitting the goals. He actually, against Napoli in the Champions League, it was the first time that Barcelona scored a goal in the knockout stages since 2021. I think the last time that happened was when Messi was still in Barcelona. So if you're to check the pedigree of Barcelona and the statistics like that, it's really worrying for Barcelona. So when Barcelona takes on Getafe, Barcelona has the home advantage at Camp Nou, but then never write off Getafe. Well, they have a bunch of players inside there that can hurt you, with Mason Greenwood being the major. And then, of course, Man United and Ineos buying it. I've seen the Ineos guy wants to bring him back to Man United because he sees the football that he's playing in Spain. So in regards to a result for you guys, I definitely think this game might pan out to be a draw because both of these sides look like they really want to win this game. And I think Mason Greenwood is definitely going to hurt a defense of Araujo and co because those guys are very shaky recently. Almeria taking on Atletico Madrid. That's a definite Atletico Madrid win for you. Well, of course, they've been resting players recently. We have the Moratas were rested the last time out, but Angel Correa came to do the business the last time they played. So that's a definite Atletico win for you. And then in Germany on Sunday, there's Dortmund taking on Hoffenheim. I don't even want to dissect this one a lot, but Hoffenheim is a team that scores in every game that they play. If you guys can check the statistics, that's very true. They play a Dortmund side. Well, of course, I was checking during the week. There was been the Jadon Sancho fracas again. Well, of course, his coach was talking about the game that he played in the Champions League, and he was trying to back him up to play sports again and get back the voodoo that he had before. Well, very many Man United fans might be happy about this. But, of course, their striker, the full quick guy, he's actually on fire with the Daniel Mullen inside there. But this is a definite both teams to score for you. In the Serie A, top of the table clashes, we still have Juventus and Inter Milan. Inter Milan is actually racking up points week in, week out, be it Europe, be it what. Well, of course, they have the top scorer of the league, that's Lautaro Martinez. He's been racking in goals inside out. And then, of course, their other striker got injured. The striker that they bought from France, and then Anatovic came to deputize him, and he actually scored the solitary goal during the week that managed to bring them points. So that's an automatic Inter Milan win for you because they've been racking up very many points. Juventus, Frosinone, Juventus needs to get back to winning ways. So I expect Dusan Vlahovic and co to have what it takes to bring in the results. AC Milan takes on Atlanta. Atlanta is on the form of their lives. AC Milan is coming off the back of a 4-2 loss against Monza. So it's going to be a tricky game for them, for an Atlanta side that now scores freely. It's a free range. There's a Cup Miners inside there that's racking up goals inside out. There's they have a Scalvini inside there. They have a De Catlara who is also racking in goals. So that's a game that you guys should watch out for. But both teams are definitely going to score in this one. I think AC Milan gets back to winning ways for me in this one. In Spain, the most interesting game for you will be Real Madrid taking on Sevilla. The reason why I'm picking out this game is because the King of Spain returns back to Madrid. That is Sergio Ramos. And now the last time that Real Madrid played Sergio Ramos in Sevilla, well, there was a scuffle. Of course, Ramos is a bully. There's a scuffle with Vinicius Jr. And then, of course, he held Rudiger by the cheeks. So it was a lot of drama. You know, Ramos is a comical player. But then Sevilla is also trying to pick points again. They've been trying to rack up results. They have an Isaac Romero that they brought into the team and is racking in the goals. But then, of course, it's Real Madrid, for heaven's sake. Real Madrid, I think, has the best squad in Europe. That's Jude Bellingham, that's Vinicius, that is Rodrigo. You can't write off Real Madrid on any day. So I think in this result, Real Madrid brings the points home for me. Just to take you back into Italy, there's Cagliari is playing Napoli. Osimhen was watching from the Suns. He was watching from the Suns the last Serie A game, but he came back into the Champions League and scored a goal. But I'll most definitely give you guys a Napoli win. In terms of Mr. Vamos, the 6 predictions that are going to win you money this weekend, I'm probably going to give you like 3 results that I'm most definitely sure are going to bring in results. A Stuttgart win for me, Atletico Madrid win for me, Inter Milan, that's an automatic win. We don't even need to think a lot. What else? Aston Villa is taking on Nottingham Forest. That give you guys a goal inside there. Brighton is taking on Everton. Everton is a pretty tricky game, but I think Brighton takes this one away from me because they're getting back to winning ways. And then Crystal Palace playing Burnley. Well, that's going to be an under, most definitely, an under 2.5. But Crystal Palace needs to get back to winning ways, and I'd give you guys a Crystal Palace win. Aside from that, I think I'll just let you guys enjoy the rest of the weekend. I'd like to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I'd like to thank you guys for the feedback, for the comments. If there's anything that you guys would want us to blend into the channel, maybe something that would spice up, I'd like to inform you guys that we're actually an open community. You can give in the feedback, tell us where we can improve a few things. And we'd like to thank you guys for pushing the channel. We'll most definitely continue to supply you with the content. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, to like, and to tell a friend to stay tuned as we will continue to serve you guys content. Vamos signing out.